The end of July 2014, I was sitting in the former Administrator Schlegel's office at Cedar Haven, signing ward notices for our employees. Taking a break, I stood up and walked around the office. On the wall, I noticed some interesting items. One was a September 5th, 1881 Rules of Government of the Lebanon County Almshouse, or poorhouse, which was a precursor to Cedar Haven. 11 rules are written on the document. Signed by the directors of the Poor of Lebanon County, David Boltz, Aaron Brubacher, and Philip Shaeffer ran a tight ship. For example, item 2 says, and I quote, "Whereas some slothful persons may pretend sickness or lameness to excuse themselves from labor, such persons shall be examined by the physician, and if it appear by his report and other concurring circumstances that those persons made false excuses, they shall be punished by confinement in the cell and fed on bread and water until they comply, or in some other legal way, as the directors shall determine." End of quote. That's pretty harsh. But the second wall hanging is a picture of Harpel's, taken by Harpel's, a prominent photographer and studio in Lebanon County for many years, of the almshouse, and it's dated 1935, probably taken in late fall or early spring when no leaves were on the trees. Surrounded by a white picket fence, a stately mansion with columns and cupolas stands as the centerpiece of the photo. Additional houses and barns, of which there appear to be 3 or 4, also had cupolas. A team of mules stands hitched in the lane, and grapevines were supported by a sturdier fence. One lone soul, a man in a suit and hat, stands in a field, but stories that I've heard had workers in those fields tending to crops for their sustenance. Since the current Board of Commissioners sat as the Board of Cedar Haven, I wondered if Boltz, Brubacher, and Shaeffer were the first county commissioners who took care of the poor. And Kathy Kirby was kind enough to assist by contacting the Lebanon County Historical Society. A reply from Wes Shank, archivist, revealed that beginning in 1876, which is a few years before the document was printed, it was decided that elected commissioners would take office all at the same time, and they would serve 3-year terms from that point onward. By 1879, H. Ehrman, George W. Walker, and Samuel Whitmoyer took on their roles as county commissioners. When 1882 came around, new officials were elected. The 3 names, however, mentioned previously would have been in office during 1881. Not wanting these wall hangings to disappear, Administrator Marcia Krause agreed to box them and bring them to the courthouse. Today I share these historical wall hangings with you and ask that they be placed in the walls of the Commissioner's office for all to see and appreciate for our county's history. Thank you.